Six Nations 2021 broadcasters. Second time I'm recording this video because I managed to accidentally delete the file after I'd recorded it. So here we go, second time round. We'll make it quick. The Six Nations website actually has a list of the full countries if you want to go check out your country. It's actually pretty useful. You have to search your country's name, and I believe you have to search your country's name in English, at least from the front end of the English version of the website. But overall, it's pretty useful. For 2021, most of the main players are still there. We still have free-to-air Six Nations action in most of the parts of the world, and I say this every time I talk about this, which is kind of an incredible thing for those of us from New Zealand and likely South Africa, Australia, because we have been paying for our rugby for a very, very long time. So for you guys to still have it free-to-air, I know there's the TV licensing thing in the UK, but for the most part, the fact that it's free-to-air is pretty lucky for rugby's greatest championship. So quickly, in a nutshell, the UK, you've got it on BBC and ITV. Now that's the deal next year, which is probably going to go because I don't think they're going to allow split bids for it to be split between two broadcasters. So in all likelihood, it'll go behind a paywall is what we're hearing. But half of the games are on BBC, France, Scotland and Wales home games, and then half the games are on ITV, which is England, Ireland and Italy home games. So again, forgetting the license thing you guys have to pay, it's free to air. So that's good news, especially for those of us with a VPN because you can jump on, but we'll talk about that one a bit later. So yeah, UK, BBC and ITV. Also for Welsh speakers, they've got the Wales games on the S4C channel, which is also very good news. In France, it's on the channel France 2, which is also free to air. I had to go with that with the VPN and managed to jump on, so that's pretty cool. I'm not sure what the state of the French deal will be with the broadcast if it does go behind a paywall, but either way, free to air for France. And also in the Republic of Ireland, it's on Virgin Media 1. I wasn't sure if Virgin Media 1 was a free channel, but again, jumped on VPN Ireland and managed to get that one working as well. So it seems like all those main markets are covered, plus DMAX, which I haven't tried with the VPN, but as far as I understand, it's free to air in Italy. Do correct me if I'm wrong, but those are the Six Nations competing, all covered by their broadcasters, which is very, very good news for you guys that live in those parts of the world. For those of us not in those parts of the world, Australia and New Zealand are officially covered by beIN Sports. Now, I'm on Sky Sports here in New Zealand, and I am assuming I'm not going to have to pay any extra money for the Six Nations. I don't have a beIN Sports channel upgrade. I don't think I need one anymore, but I wouldn't imagine I would need to pay anything extra because the Sky Sports thing has all been consolidated into one lean package. So yes, and for you guys in Australia, I would imagine you get beIN Sports through Fox or KO. Do correct us if I'm wrong in the comments, but I'm pretty sure that's how it should work for Australia. For South America, you're on ESPN, but not for North America. You guys are on ESPN Sports in the United States. And DAZN, which I have not heard of, for Canada, at least according to the Six Nations website. That one's only like $3 New Zealand a month, so that's a pretty good deal if that's what you're getting. But do your due diligence before you sign up to anything. That's what the Six Nations website says for Canada, America, and for South America. For the majority of Africa, and especially South Africa, it's SuperSport, who kind of like Sky Sports over here in New Zealand have a stranglehold on all the rugby, which is both bad because they charge you exorbitant prices, but good because you've probably got one place to get all your rugby, which is kind of nice. I know I don't like paying Sky what I pay them, but the fact that they've got the Pro 14, the Six Nations, the Rugby Championship, they've got a Super Rugby, they've got everything. So I can kind of live with that I don't have to sign up to multiple providers for that. Asia's one that's gotten a little bit messy. Like if I look up Hong Kong, it tells me Premier Sports and Rugby Pass. If I look up Singapore, it tells me Premier Sports and Rugby Pass. Like India, I think was both. China was just Rugby Pass. So again, do your due diligence on the website to make sure you're getting the right deal for you wherever you are watching. But yeah, there's more other countries like Fiji's got it on their main broadcaster. Georgia's got it on their broadcaster. So check. I think most of the countries are listed, and if you're not listed, I think it's covered by the French broadcaster, which may be an interesting one to try and get access to. But yeah, ultimately, if you don't have access to one of those paid channels, then what you can do is use a VPN like I was doing. Stick around if you want to see how I do that. But otherwise, you guys should be sorted for the Six Nations, which is only a few days away. Let me know how excited you guys are for it. And if you do have to pay any fees, do let us know what kind of thing you're charging. I'm kind of curious to know just how much you guys get charged for whatever services, because there seems to be a real disparity. Some services are very cheap and others are actually quite expensive. But anyway, yeah, you guys let me know your thoughts on your broadcaster if you are keen to drop them in the comments. Otherwise, if you want the VPN advice, I'll show you that now. Take care, guys. See ya. Right, guys, so if you do want to see how to use ITV and the BBC to watch the Six Nations from outside the UK, I'll give you a quick demo of how I get it done. Now, be aware that, especially with ITV, like, even though it's free, you'll have to watch ads. That's kind of the deal. But what I do, connect to a VPN. I'm on a UK server here. I use ExpressVPN. I'll put a link in the description for Express. It's been the most reliable one for me. I've been using it since back when I used to live in China, behind the Great Firewall, to get access to content that was either blocked or geo-restricted or whatever. So I'm connected to the UK here. I'm on ITV's website. I can go to their online playlists. Let's go to sport. I did find they've already got one like Six Nations item already up. There we go, Six Nations with Flats and Shanks. So it is going to have ads. You're going to have ads for Domino's Pizza like crazy on the ITV player. But other than that, as long as you got the VPN, and as I mentioned, link in the description for Express, it should pretty much work fine after you watch the ads. It's kind of the price that you have to pay. So, yep. That's the ITV one there. So that's half of the Six Nations in English there. The other one is the BBC iPlayer. So if you just click on whatever content you want to watch and start watching, it should just kind of load up the same way. I'm pretty sure the BBC is a little bit better on the ads than ITV is. ITV tends to go pretty heavy on the ads. So yeah, that's pretty much as simple as that. As long as you got the VPN and your server is the UK, you should be good to go. Oh, I forgot to mention, for ITV, you definitely have to sign up for an account, but all you need is an email address and a UK postcode, which you can just Google. So you do need to actually sign up to start watching. Other than that, though, it's pretty straightforward. It's always a bit of a back and forth with the streaming services and the VPNs as to whether it's blocked or not. Like, I think last Six Nations, at the end of it, it was hard to get onto ITV's site. But the good thing about Express is they got a 30-day money-back guarantee. So if you find it's not working, you can just ask for a refund, or you can go to their tech support and tell them why. But like, as I prepare this video, I thought I'd check, and yeah, everything seems to be working pretty much good as gold. So yeah, link in the description, guys. You can get an extra 3 months if you sign up for a year with Express, but otherwise, yeah, 30-day money-back guarantee. Watch the Six Nations live or on demand. Happy days. Talk to you guys again soon.